International University. Our chief guest, Mr. Ramesh Tani, Managing Director and Company Head India at IBM Works. Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir Dr. Sandeep Chatterjee, Registrar, Dr. Biran Mohibin, Dean Academics, Dr. Madhvi Deshpande. As we embark on this new journey together, let us begin with the traditional lamp lighting ceremony, a symbol of knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment. I request all the dignitaries to come forward and join us on the stage for the lamp lighting ceremony. Also, I request to play Saraswati Vandana. Thank you all the dignitaries for performing the lamp lighting ceremony. May the light of this lamp guide us all towards a bright and successful future. Now I request Shri Tejas Patil sir to felicitate today's chief guest, Mr. Ratnesh Dangi sir. Now I call my co-anchor Dr. Priyanka to introduce and welcome Shri Tejas Patil sir.
Now I take the opportunity to introduce Sri Tejas Patil, Trustee DY Patil Pratishthan. Mr. Tejas Patil is a young, dynamic and promising educationist and leader of DY Patil Education Complex, Akurdi, Pune, who aims to bring revolution in the field of introducing new courses, new avenues, faculty training, and best technology. He has introduced state-of-art technology that will help all the stakeholders to achieve the new heights. He is a strong believer that every human who brings in revolution learns at every stage of his life. Mr. Tejas aims to make students compatible enough to look at themselves as budding entrepreneurs and employees for tech job who would add value to the organization when they join. He staunchly opinionated that DYPIU would keep standing tall as a powerhouse of knowledge on the three pillars. Three pillars are quality education, qualified faculty, and healthy environment. His vision spells out as intelligence plus character is the true goal of education. Now, I invite Sri Tejas Patil sir to address the audience.
I wish a very good afternoon to everyone present here. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the induction ceremony of DY Patil International University 2024. With you, I am too excited to begin your new academic journey filled with promise and potential. I would like to welcome all the distinguished dignitaries on the dais, faculty, parents, and students. A special welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Ratnesh Dangiji. Your presence today is an inspiration to all of us. Dr. D.Y. Patil International University, as a part of our illustrious D.Y. Patil group, strives for excellence and innovation. With over 200 institutions pan-Maharashtra, the D.Y. Patil Group has consistently set benchmarks in the education industry as well as healthcare, agriculture, hospitality, and sports. This legacy has been crafted under the visionary leadership of Dr. D.Y. Patil Sahib. His vision is to provide the youth of India with expansive knowledge and expansive opportunities for education, regardless of geographic limitations. The group established prestigious education institutions in Kolhapur, Mumbai, and Pune. And he's always quoted that action speaks louder than words. So we are also fortunate to have a dynamic leadership, our Chancellor Sanjay Patil sir. And at DYPIU, we offer undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral programs as well to meet the ever-changing demands of the world. As we welcome a new batch of students today, I encourage all of you to embrace the opportunities that lie ahead and engage with your peers, challenge yourself, and strive for excellence in everything that you do. Remember now, you're a part of the D.Y. Patil legacy. And once again, I welcome you to DYPIU. Let us begin this journey with hope, determination, and shared vision for a brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those insightful and inspiring words. Your vision and dedication to education are truly motivating, and we are really grateful for your guidance which you have shared with our new students. Thank you, sir. Now, I invite Pragati ma'am for the further process.
Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. Now I take the opportunity to introduce Professor Prabhat Ranjan, Founder Vice Chancellor, D.Y. Patil International University. Professor Prabhat Ranjan sir is a nuclear fusion scientist, a futurist, an educator, an innovator, and a science communicator. He obtained his PhD from University of California, Berkeley. For nearly 2 decades, he has extensively worked on nuclear fusion in the US and India and served as professor at DIICT, Chandigarh for 11 years. His remarkable innovative contributions include India's moon mission, wildlife assistive technology, and brain computer in India's technology think tank, TIFAC Delhi, where he was responsible for many national level policy documents, including Technology Vision 2035. Sir is also author of a chapter titled Emerging and Disruptive Technologies in a book, Strategic Challenges, India in 2030, published by HarperCollins in September 2022. Sir has been responsible for setting up a new age curriculum at DYPIU that has led to change across the country. He is the chairman of AICT Idea Lab scheme to set up digital fabrication facilities. Sir is here. Please welcome Professor Prabhat Ranjan, sir.
Thank you. So dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, online, and other parts of the parents and students. Normally, what we are doing right now, we would have done in the morning. But we apologize because there was a state government committee that wanted to meet us urgently in the morning. So all of us had to be with them. And so we had to adjust the timing a little bit, so we have come the eyes for that. As a founder vice chancellor, so this university started on March 14, 2018. and I joined after a few weeks on 25th April 2018. My influence on the university's growth has been tremendous as a founder vice chancellor. I just want to share my background and some important learning also. I started my education from a municipal school, which was a one-room hut. Age of 10, I went outside my home. I used to study in a Gurukul style school. I used to live in ashram. I used to do all work myself, cleaning dishes, cleaning toilets, cleaning floors. Something most of the young people do not like to do that. I've grown like that. I went to IIT Kharagpur, Delhi University, and University of California, Berkeley. In 1986, I did my PhD. Berkeley was #1 in the world at that time in physics. I worked in many areas, including my research work, Lawrence Berkeley Lab. Some of you might have seen this movie, Oppenheimer. He was at Berkeley, actually. He was in my department. I came back after my PhD. I worked at Science of Nuclear Physics and Institute of Plasma Research in Gandhinagar. This was nuclear fusion projects were set up there. And I was professor at Dhirubhai Amman Institute in Gandhinagar. It was not in Chandigarh, it was mentioned in Chandigarh, it was in Gandhinagar. And as was mentioned, I was heading India's technology think tank. I worked in different areas, including nuclear fusion and so on, and also moon mission. I worked in different committees of government in various capacities, 30, 40, 50 committees. I will not go into those details. Now, what I want to show you here is that when I was heading India's technology think tank in Delhi from 2013 to 2018, before I came here, we prepared a document called Technology Vision 2035 for the country. Prime Minister wrote the foreword to this. He launched it on January 3, 2016, this photograph is from there, and asked all the ministries and government departments to follow the document. And Niti Agarwal was asked to coordinate this. As I was responsible for this, along with, I'll not go into these details, we had prepared roadmaps in different sectors to achieve this vision. And if you see here, you'll notice that I put education right on #1 position. Because I believe that education is the key to success of the country. It has a deep-rooted impact. It's not something you do in one day. Like you make a road, you will see a difference immediately. Education takes time, but it's a very deep-rooted impact. So I wanted to come back to the education sector, and luckily education sector roadmap was released in Pune itself on November 10th, 11th, 2017. Dr. Anil Kakotkar, some of you would know him. He is a famous nuclear scientist. It was launched in Pune on November 10th, 11th, 2017 on 75th birthday of Dr. Kakotkar. Earlier, Dr. Kalam used to be our chairman from 93 to 2001. Then right after that, we had a meeting with New Education Policy Committee in Delhi, and we had a half-day session on what we had done in that document. So the New Education Policy document was kind of based on the document we had prepared. And I also had many discussions in Delhi with the New Education Policy Committee. As I said that my tenure got over on 24th April 2018 in Delhi. I took a flight from after my farewell and came to this place on 25th with a press conference to announce this university. So while the New Education Policy document was formally launched in July 2020, I was part of the system, so I was aware of what's happening. So a lot of things we have done here is along the line of that thought process, and flexibility was a key to that. As the head of India's technology think tank, I have seen that technology is happening at a much faster pace than we expect. Technology diffusion is also very fast, and education system is very slow to respond to this. So the challenge was, how do I make education system respond to this fast changing technology scenario that's happening? And I will share something that I shared 6 years back when the same induction program was there. It said that the future is digital. Digital health revolution is taking place, digital manufacturing happening, digital factories are being set up, future of business is digital, supply chain transformation is digital, digital finance is happening. Today we realize that we hardly carry cash nowadays. Culture is digital, fashion is digital, even human being is moving towards digital immortality. Now, so what I had said at that time, that welcome to digital future at DYPIU. So we are focused on two things, digital and future. We started in a very moderate way with 6 undergraduate programs in 2018. They were on traditional patterns. We started to make change from 2019 onwards. What are our key points? As I mentioned, focus is on digital future. We adopted best global practices. Fortunately, I had education in different states, different systems, different countries. None of my 2 degrees have been from same place or even same state. So we brought in best global practices. Flexibility in the curriculum was brought in to keep pace with fast changing technology scenario. Research is an important part of universities. Research-led teaching was important. Experiential learning, we talk about, we have made systems, I'll show you how, that extend the experience learning to home. Other part very important, empathy and societal responsibility are equally important. Today, we as a human being have to have the empathy factor. We cannot simply try to say that I will trust somebody else and move ahead. We have to have the empathy factor and societal responsibility. And something very important is that sustainable development today, because the whole earth depends on, the humanity depends on this. So with a new age university, we attempt to chart new paths. In many ways, it's always difficult to start something new, something innovative. But I'm happy to tell you that 6 years have passed since then. We are very stable on a growth path, and I'll show you how our effort here has led to change across the country in many, many ways. Not one way, many ways. Right now, our focus is to make sure that we ensure quality in all aspects of university operation. But look at the university structure. It is based on a school system, as per the State Act, under which we are, also I must tell you that we are not a deemed to be university, we are a state-private university. There's a difference between these two. A state-private university is made by a State Act that government passes. We have complete freedom in terms of our curriculum and so on. Deemed university have a slightly different thing, they're not through a State Act. So many times people confuse these two terms. We are a state-private university, just like any other university that is there, it has freedom. We also have complete freedom in terms of curriculum and so on and so forth. So we have divided this into different schools. The School of Computer Science Engineering Application, where we done BTech, Computer Science Engineering, our flagship program, BC and MCA. This is the group that is present here today. Tomorrow, the rest of them are going to present because so many people are there. Today, we are not able to accommodate all of them. We have multiple rooms. Then the School of Bioscience and Bioengineering, BTech Bioengineering program, MSc Medical Biotechnology. The School of Commerce and Management, where we have BBA and MBA Digital Business. It's not MBA HR, not something else, MBA Digital Business. The School of Design, Bachelor of Design, where UI UX program is very popular, very rewarding, more than computer science, I would say. The School of Media and Journalism, Bachelor of Journalism, Mass Communication. Then we created a School of Engineering, actually. This was working professionals. We have two companies, I'll talk about it later. This is BTech in Electrical Engineering and Mechanical Engineering, and MTech in Electrical Vehicles. This is only for working professionals. Then we had colleges in the campus, we started to merge them one by one. The School of Applied Arts and Crafts was merged last year. Bachelor of Fine Arts was started, and a college was merged. It's called DYPIU Institute of Engineering Management Research, that was set up in 2012. We are now calling the School of Engineering Management Research inside the university, which is running BTech in Civil, Mechanical, and Chemical. And for the first time in the country, we started BTech Semiconductor Engineering program. We're not afraid to start new programs. We lead the country. It's not IIT, NIT, it is this university which is doing this fast. No university in the country or no college has semiconductor engineering program. We are the one who have done this. Maybe next year others will do that. All our PhD program in the School of Interdisciplinary Studies and Research. And today we have more than 50 PhD scholars. And we also get PhD students right after 4-year undergraduate program. So you can join right after undergraduate program. We're encouraging more people to join after that. Earlier we used to see mostly master students will join us. And in promoting interdisciplinary thing, we actually you will not see any faculty area which is only reserved for one kind of faculty. All faculty sitting is mixed. There's no department, you will see that is department mechanical, something, everybody is sitting in a mixed way. We have been promoting interdisciplinary culture and all the research is interdisciplinary today. Now, large number of you are from BTech Computer Science Engineering program. We started planning for this in 2018. After internal discussions, I wrote a blog, which is still there on my blog site, ranjan.in, you can see that. Even the conceptual phase, we got awards for that. I wrote a blog shared on LinkedIn and other social media. I was surprised to see the kind of reaction it generated, more than 50,000 views, hundreds of comments from all over the world. So much excitement. Based on the feedback we received from all over the world, we actually launched the program. And many of you are going to be part of this historical program. Just few features that I'll talk about. First semester, we start with computational thinking and Python programming. Python is the choice of artificial intelligence today, language-wise. Design thinking and digital fabrication lab is an important part. Internship happens, I'll talk about this a little bit more right after first year onwards. We also teach technology, commerce science, and entrepreneurship in the first 2 years. We want you to be more job creator rather than job seeker. Okay. In environmental science, we've added climate change and sustainable development goals, which is very, very important for any engineer to work on these. After first year, we have something called rural internship, where we want the students to actually observe problems at the ground level. It can be a societal problem, it can be a small industry problem. Then they have to industrial internship after second year, then the research internship third year. And then second year, they have to design project based on all this. This actually empowers you to understand the problem at the ground level. Most of the students are not aware of what's happening. They don't even know where the milk comes from, because for them it's a pouch that comes to their door. So we want the students to observe the problems at the ground level, and that's why this is important. We're doing this in Gandhinagar also. We have borrowed this concept from there. Now, what we did was that because of fast changing technology scenario, when you join in first year, by the time you graduate in fourth year, technology would have changed. Okay. Today, I have become a great singer. Okay. I could never sing. I was made fun by my childhood friends. They still make fun of me because I used to get very low grades. How I am able to sing? Because I am able to sing, I am able to write stories, I am able to make videos, and so on. Now, last 2 years, this has happened like anything. So, while I worked on AI for 25 years, but generative AI has come in a big way, it's changing everything. Creative fields is changing. So, changing technology was a very important part of this. So, what we have done, we have divided you have to choose a specialized track of a specialization. Once you choose a track, you have 8 to 9 courses related to that track. That means if I choose AI/ML, it is not one course, it is not one subject. There are 8 to 9 subjects related to AI/ML. That means you get in-depth knowledge 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th semester. You don't have to make this choice at the time of admission. We don't force you to do that. You take the admission, you study for 2 years, towards the end of second year, you make this choice. By the time you understood what you're doing, what your interest, and so on. Otherwise, somebody takes admission in some particular program just because somebody else is told. They don't know whether they're interested. So we give this flexibility. This is the kind of flexibility we have created. Now, what happens, suppose technology changes, like generative AI has come in a big way. Maybe for this batch, I will create a generative AI track, okay, because impacting everything today. So this flexibility, that means I can adjust the tracks as we go along. When you take an admission first year, by the time you come to third year, maybe new possibilities. So we created 10 different tracks based on the discussion that we had on LinkedIn. Fortunately, AICT liked this very much. All India Council of Technical Education, which regulates technical education, they actually liked it very much. They sent me a formal appreciation letter and formed a committee of which I was a member. And they actually talk about our program here. They find that the approach is very innovative and it's going to be very helpful to students. And then what they did, because based on the committee that I was a member, what we have done is on left side, on the right side, they copied 7 new programs in 2020 and they launched it. That is spread all across the country. Thousands of new programs started because of what we did in 2019. So all of you are part of this computer science program, should be proud of this, that you are part of historical program. Now, to take the experiential learning home, normally today students work on software side, they can have access to internet and mobile phone and laptops and so on, they can do anywhere. Come to hardware, we get stuck. We brought a lab in back concept, where this small device, which is like a smartphone, you can connect through USB port into your computer, and you have all the electronics equipment that you want into your laptop bag. You have oscilloscope, functionator, multimeter, logic analyzer, digital input, output, analog input, out, everything is there. You can work on hardware, embedded system, develop things wherever you want. So this actually extends from your university to home. You can work anywhere. In our labs, we use the same system. You will not see oscilloscope, everything, because you get used to the same system, use the same thing in home. It costs about maybe 20, 25 rupees, 5,000 rupees. That if you have a spare, we can borrow, or you can buy your own if you are very interested. So this is actually transformed the country into hardware manufacturing part, which is something that is happening now. On the same pattern, we started BTech Bioengineering program, and MBA Digital Business, MSc Medical Biotechnology, MC Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Some of you are part of this. There's a lot of demand in MCA this year. We had to shut down application long back. 2020, we started discussing working professional program. And this was basically Tata Motors approached us, and then other companies joined us like Ananda Automotive, and their second batch is going on now. Bachelor of Fine Arts we started in 2023, and for Tata Motors also we started BTech Mechanical Engineering Smart Manufacturing. Now another company, Ananda Automotive, have joined, and there are other companies interested. Very difficult program. When we started this, we started modernizing the core engineering curriculum of civil, mechanical, chemical, and so on. Now, when we did this, AICT followed the act. They also created a working professional program based on discussion we had with them. So what we do here gets copied at national level. And this is another example of that. This was a meeting we had in 2023 with SOCM and so on, to how to boost interest in core engineering branches. Now this year, as I mentioned that one of the college, DYPIU Institute of Engineering Management Research, we have merged into university. We started 4 programs, BTech Mechanical Engineering with 2 tracks of specialization, Smart Manufacturing and Energy Engineering. BTech Civil Engineering, BTech Chemical Engineering, and BTech Semiconductor Engineering for the first time in the country. Okay. Now, to make sure that we give the best to students, we have completely revamped the mechanical workshop. Some of you might have studied in engineering, you would have seen mechanical workshop with bench-wise and lathe machine and so on. All that we have removed, 7,000 square feet of space. We are dividing this into additive manufacturing, subtractive manufacturing, formative manufacturing, and hybrid systems. Work is going on right now because completely we have broken walls, floors, everything is being redone. It'll maybe take another 1 month's time. A lot of new equipments we are buying with old equipments we have removed, the whole list of things, and we'll keep adding to this as well. So semiconductor engineering lab, it requires very expensive lab setup. That's why nobody in the country does this. They only do the software part. VLSI technology, they do it, design, testing, verification. Here we are working on semiconductor, hardcore semiconductor engineering, of which there's a huge demand. $40 billion already committed for Tata Group and other groups, Tower Semiconductors in Gujarat. Months it has grown. I think March 13th this year, Prime Minister inaugurated 3 projects on one day. So there's a huge demand of students and nobody is doing it. Okay. So here we are creating a special semiconductor lab. The yellow portion you are seeing is the clean room. This is the 3D view of the same thing. And we'll have number of equipments covering the whole gamut of semiconductor fabrication, vapor cleaning, oxidation, photolithography, doping and diffusion, thin film deposition, annealing, device characterization, and so on. So this is the first time in the country where without government support we are setting up something like this. Of course, IIT Mumbai and IIT Delhi get 100 crores from government and they set it up, but they don't have it part of curriculum, it's for research purposes. Of course, students do use it, but then here we have a first time in the country BTech Semiconductor program. In fact, it will have huge demand. Now to support all of this and the growth of university, we keep on increasing our infrastructure. Right now, we have 4 floors, 3rd to 6th floor, about 2.2 or maybe 2.4 lakh square feet. And then engineering college is merged with 3 floors. So about 4.2 lakh square feet is there. We are going to add 5 more floors, 2 more floors after the monsoon stops, we'll start construction, and 3 more floors. So we'll have 7.2 lakh square feet of space in one building with about 10,000 students studying in one building. And then we have other buildings coming up as well. You will see the classrooms. If you've not had a chance to visit, you would have seen the classroom, 30, 60, 120 size. It's ultra modern, all air conditioned, best projectors in the country actually. Some of them we had to do R&D also to create those facilities because nobody in the country or nobody world had. If you see outside the campus, you will see a huge building coming up. We had a girls' hostel of 300 seats. We have demolished that to replace it by a 33 floors, ground plus 32 floors. It will be the tallest tower in this area. Okay, the construction is going on. Now it will come to a phase where every 7 to 9 days, 1 new floor is being added. We hope to finish by May or June 2025. Next academic year will be available to students. Right now we have 2 wings of this, 850 seats we are creating right now in one wing, with both for boys and girls. And then another wing will add to complete 1,500 of that. And then there will be a sky bridge to connect the 2 sides of the road, so it's across the road where our land is there. On the other side we have a school and a sports ground, and this hostel is coming up. So that we will have a escalator on both sides, so you don't have to cross the road. You can just go through the sky bridge. You can see the look of this. Construction is going on. If you see outside the campus, you will see this crane working day and night. We start with a moderate listing of 500 students. Right now we have nearly 6,500 to 7,000 students. We plan to go up to about 15,000 students. That's the total plan that we have. 10,000 in one building and there are other buildings also. We have many universities, and I'll show you. For example, there's Chintan Plaza, where we don't have any formal furniture. It's all informal furniture because the thought process, the creative thinking happens in such environment. We have a special server room with high capability GPU servers. We have more than 700 computers, 200 more we are buying, so roughly 4 students have 1 computer. There are other power backups and so on. There are other labs that I'll talk about. For example, let me leave out the computer labs. There are a lot of computer labs, of course. Bioengineering, we have 3 being used, 3 are another are operational, and 9 more we plan to add. 15 we plan to add. 6 of them are operational right now. AR/VR facility we have had for a long time. One of our faculty members teaching this to others, training others. I'm training people in Microsoft HoloLens 2 actually. This is a special project which I had started for Dr. Kalam. Dr. Kalam was my ex-chairman when we lost him on 27 July 2015. 28 July, I went to pay my last respect to him and his body was brought to Delhi. And we had a condolence meet. I announced that next generation of children should not miss Dr. Kalam. Announced the project will recreate Dr. Kalam. We're working on that. Then when I joined here on 25th April 2018, we met Dada, Dr. DYPIU. I requested him that can we recreate you digitally. He gave us the permission. So we are working this project. We've set up a special room. And this is just, let me see if you will see this part, the butterfly. Actually replaced by a person's digital avatar. You can talk to him as if the person is standing there. This is something very innovative being done. I will not give the more details right now. It's very technical. We have a lot of teaching aids of various kinds to help faculty members. I'll not describe all of them. Like one of the camera, the black one on the right side that you see is something that moves the faculty members. As the faculty moves, it tracks the faculty member. The gray one is which captures 360 views based on who is speaking, a student is speaking, faculty is speaking, it will pick up that person. So in hybrid classroom, these are very, very useful. We have other drone cameras, Insta360 cameras, and so on. Digital fabrication lab, actually, I started setting up here, and AST requested me to chair the committee of Idea Lab. Through this, we have set up 107 centers across the country, and we have done faculty training here also. 150 more are in process. So we have variety of fabrication things. You will see, for example, this is one look of this. We're adding more and more. We have more than 50 3D printers and so on. This is one of the latest ones. A lot of consumables available. We don't want students to get stuck that there's no consumable. We keep buying 60,000 to 1 lakh rupees every month. We have media lab. For example, this is one example of that. Actually, students go and work in a studio. They produce every week, and it's available to all students actually. If they are part of a club or they're part of a scheme, not only media students, but also computer students, and you will see many of them are produced by them. We call it Studio Spandan. I will skip this. Most of our faculty members in engineering side are PhDs. We receive a lot of awards. Let me leave out this part. We started research projects with global impact. For example, one of the projects we started is related to nuclear fusion. I'm from that field. I'm the first PhD in this area from this country in 1986. 38 years back, I had done that, my PhD. As I mentioned, Berkeley was #1 in the world in physics, actually. We had 7 Nobel Prize winners in physics, 7 in chemistry, and it was like that. First time in the country with private investment, we started a nuclear fusion project in this university. It's called Project Sunlian. Right now, due to stopping of funding, we had to stop on this, but we may restart soon. There are other projects like Project Susrusa on chronic health, Project Mastis on brain-computer phase. Here our focus is on helping children. So if you have people you know who have ADHD and other learning problems, please bring them to us. We work with them. We also identify, if we take a person, a child or a young person, identify which parts of brain are more active, and we guide them appropriately. For example, many students go into computer science, but they may have creative things. You combine computer science with creative field, you may be better in design, for example. So we look at each child's brain and identify based on the theory of multiple intelligence. Indian Federation of Neuroscience also made us honorary member. We are helping the medical cases. I will not go into detail the project Sunlian. It's very, very important. It's game-changing for the whole world, actually. So short of time, I will not be able to do that. And chronic health problem is the microbiome, etc. part of that. Few other achievements. Of more recent thing, this was an award given to me recently by IET Pune chapter SV Ayya Award. Dr. Parsarthi, Dr. Sedan, there's a lot of papers, especially Dr. Parsarthi must mention, every month he has a paper in a top journal of the world. And so if I put all his papers, it will be all filled with this. This is a design patent filed by a few of my faculty members that has been given to them. Surabhi Gulvelkar is a applied arts faculty member. She gets a lot of awards also. Again, I cannot show all of that. I was featured in a book called 100 Great IITians who have served, dedicated to service of nation. I was one of them featured there. There's another award. I was also given a Maharashtra Ratna Gaurav Award a few months back. I was also listed by Outlook in their anniversary edition in January to be one of the visionaries of the country who can take India to 5 trillion economy, along with others like Nirmala Sitharaman, Ambani, Adani, and so on and so forth. You'll probably see I'm shown there on the second row, the first one. We started university in 2018. PhD program started in 2019. So now our first PhD are coming out. We had first PhD Dr. Vijay Lakshmi. She, in fact, worked with me. Second PhD, just a couple of days back, Dr. Shilpa Marathajmer. So now PhD pipeline has started moving. Typically takes 4 to 5 years. So this is happening now. Others university achievement, we received excellence in digital disruption by Midday Education. We ranked a couple of days back by Outlook among the top 50 state private universities in India. Actually, we are only 6 years old, so this is a great achievement. For starting our semiconductor engineering program, we'll give a Trailblazer Award, which Dr. Priya received. We have said Ultratech Achievement has set up Center of Excellence. Recently, we also signed an agreement with a company called Quadrogen, which works in hydrogen recycling. They're based of Canada and Pune. They signed an MOU with us. NILIT with Dr. Madan Mohan Tripathi is director general of that. We signed an agreement. This is a Government of India organization which has campuses all over the country. Anand Automotive signed an agreement, so their employees are coming as students here. We already done 3 convocation. First convocation 2022, that means you're getting degree if you complete your course. Second one was 2023. I don't have photograph to show for 2024. So I'll stop at this point and thank you so much for paying attention to me. Thank you. I would just like to mention one more thing that I always tell. When you come into college, many parents are still in school. There's a difference between a school, college, and university. I went out of my home from age of 10. My parents never visited school, not a single, not even to drop. And I was at age of 10. Today, parents think that a student has come to university, I will still keep following them. Please let them. I just take 1 minute to tell a story for one mother. She came from Bombay, she had IT industry. And she came here in 2019. And she said, her son's name is Pratik. Mera Pratik kaise rahega? She used to drive Bombay nearby. 5 times she came, she was so worried. And I scolded her, said that you leave Pratik, you go. He will be fine. The problem is yours, not his. Within 6 months, she said that he's become very mature. In fact, now he's in US doing wonderful. So please let your child grow on his or her own. They have grown out of your hands. You have done wonderful. Support them, but don't track them all the time. Don't be after them. Don't think that they cannot handle things. You have to give them some chance to grow. In US, after 16 years, says every child is a home. My daughter went out after 10th. She had difficulty in the beginning. But by the time she finished 12th, she was expert. Okay? She now moves all over the world. She's in US. She goes anywhere in the world on her own. So please let them go free. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Your vision and leadership continue to inspire us all. And your words today has certainly set a strong foundation for our new students as they begin their journey with us. Now I invite Aditi and Dave to introduce DYPIU officials and academic.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. As someone rightly said, education is not solely about earning a degree, but about enhancing the depth and breadth of your knowledge.
And the people who help us enhance and widen our horizons, none other than our DYPIU International University's officials and academic heads.
So let us get to know them well.
Professor Prabhat Ranjan sir, Founder, Vice Chancellor.
Professor Sandeep Chatterjee sir, Pro Vice Chancellor.
Dr. Biren Moidin sir, Registrar.
Professor Madhvi Deshpande ma'am, Dean Academics, Dean School of Commerce and Management.
Professor Shashi Singh, Dean Research and Development, Director, School of Biosciences and Bioengineering.
Professor Madhura Jagtap ma'am, Controller of Examination.
Jasmita Kaur ma'am, Dean Training and Placement.
Dr. Rahul Sharma sir, Director, School of Computer Science, Engineering and Applications.
Dr. Arvind Mathur sir, Director, School of Engineering.
Dr. Anupama Patil ma'am, Director, School of Engineering, Management and Research.
Mr. Jayaprakash G. Kalwale, Director, School of Applied Arts and Crafts.
Dr. Ila Pathak Jha ma'am, Director, Admissions and Student Affairs.
Dr. Ras Bihari Dayal sir, Director, IT Services.
Dr. Maheshwari Biradar ma'am, Head of Department, Department of Computer Applications.
Smriti Shelke ma'am, Manager, Digital Marketing and Student Affairs.
Kavita Bhosle ma'am, Finance Officer.
Nutan Kant ma'am, Counselor.
Dr. Anu Dandona ma'am, Counselor.
I would request all the dignitaries to come up on stage for a group photo. Thank you.
Dignitaries.
Thank you, students. Now, I would like to introduce our today's chief guest, Mr. Ratnesh Dangi sir. It is a true honor and privilege to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Ratnesh Dangi. He is techno-business leader with 22 years of experience in the cybersecurity domain. He has worked with renowned companies such as IBM, Wipro, Tech Mahindra and IDM Works, earning numerous awards throughout his career. Ratnesh sir has extensive international experience, having worked in US, UK, UAE, Finland and various countries and various cities across. Ratnesh sir has successfully taken products from ideation to market, significantly increasing company revenues. A businessman at heart, he has also established a captive unit in India for US-based company, which now contributes nearly 25% of the company's total revenue. Dear audience, please join me in extending a warm welcome to thought leader, a trusted advisor, and trailblazer in cybersecurity, Mr. Ratnesh Tangi sir.
So meanwhile it loads. Good afternoon everyone. I'll try not to make it very monolistic. Let's make it more interactive as much as we can. I'll be asking few questions. I'll be happy to get any answer. No answers are wrong. But let's make it interactive. It's for half an hour. And my perspective today is to talk about engineering a bit. Talk about what's going on in the IT industry. How you should approach your engineering. That's what I'm here for. Just to share the industry view. Not just to get marks, not just to get numbers, but what exactly is needed in the industry is what I'm here to talk about briefly. And let's, as I said, let's make it more interactive. If you have any questions, more than happy to address them. So what is engineering? I'm sure you all have taken the admission in the engineering stream, but what exactly it is? While there'll be many answers, many theories about what engineering is, a very simple thing from my perspective, solving real world problems using science and technology. The word which is highlighted is efficiently, with limited resources, time and money. You'll always have a situation where you don't have enough money or enough resources, but you still have to solve the problem. Like what you see is Pyramid of Giza. A 4,000-year-old structure still standing today, where many of the current structures are not there, where there was no cranes, no equipments, but it was still built by an engineer. Only engineers can do that. Now, what does pyramid has to do with the modern science or modern computer science? And let me tell you, with the digitization today, computer science is everywhere. Anything which you do today in the large corporate houses, you cannot do without computers. There are a few examples here, but let me ask you, shoes. My last word on this slide is shoes. What do you think computer science has to do with shoes? Anybody? Tracking your footsteps, absolutely. Now, how does that enables business? Exactly. So what ma'am has said, Nike, we all heard about Nike, right? Nike shoes now comes with a small chip on your foot. Those chips track your footsteps, track how you walk, brisk, slow, and so on. And Nike sells that data to the healthcare insurance companies, to the fitness fraternity. and they make almost, or they intend to make almost 30% of the revenue, not by selling shoes, but by selling this data. So, computer science or computer engineering is everywhere today, from driverless cars to building design to algorithmic trading, shared market trading. I'm sure many of the parents do invest in shares and all. There's an algorithmic trading, quantum trading, which results in more profit than your usual ones, where computer science is there. So engineering is everywhere. Computer science is now more pervasive across the board. So what should be our learning approach? As I said, I don't want to make it very monotonous. Chatur and a Rancho, who has not seen it? Everyone, right? So what is a machine? So Chatur gives a very big monolithic answer, and he gets lot of marks and everything. That's absolutely fine. Whereas what Rancho says, anything which reduces human effort or simplifies the work is a machine. From a fan to mobile to zip, everything is a machine. I would really encourage you to think it from that perspective. Don't mug up. It will never take you anything further in your life. Never. हमने बहुत सारे लोग देखे हैं in our 22 years of industry experience. People who are rankers in the college have not performed that great well in the industry. Whereas people who are like average and above, they've really excelled in their career. Because they were not behind marks, but they were behind real knowledge. And that's what they implemented in the industry after that. So, काबिल बनिए, कामयाबी तो झक मार के आएगी वो पीछे. Now that is the theory, that is the movie. Now let us see how what you're going to learn in engineering is going to take you in the corporate world. So I'm trying to map the skills which you're going to learn in college and how it's going to be valuable in the corporate. So anything what you see in the pyramid, you see a foundation. The first piece is programming. Please do not shy away from programming. You guys have taken computer engineering. Please make sure you really spend a lot of time in engineering doing programming. Even during our days, we used to not work only what was given in the assignment. We used to create games in C, C++. We used to do a lot of other things which was not very common or not part of the regular curriculum, but we did, and that really helped us going forward. So programming, please don't shy away. Core computer concepts, operating system. I mean, you'll know a lot of things as you grow or as you do in this 4 years. But core concepts of computers are very helpful. How do they help you? If it's in the right hand side of the pyramid, product design. If you're building a new product, if you're building a new software, you're going to design, architect, and how to do that? Unless your concepts are not clear, you cannot do a good job. Beyond this technical, it is very important for you to get soft skills also. When I say soft skills, presentation, very important. Maybe you are the best coder, but if you cannot explain your point of view to your peers or to your seniors, it's not going to take you very far. So presentation, actively participation will take you, enhance your business communication in the corporate world. Engineering is all about friendship, absolutely. 4 years, it's you will never ever get these 4 years back in your life. I can assure you that. I've seen it. Friendship, that will enhance your interpersonal skills. In the corporate world, if you have to get work done from your peer, you don't have the authority, but आप कितने प्यार से उससे काम कर सकते हैं, करवा सकते हैं, that is your interpersonal skills. So please enhance that as much as you can. And the last, not the least, College fest participation will take you, enhance your leadership skills. So all these things are important. Technical is important, soft skills are important, and leadership skills are important for your holistic career growth in the corporate world. So just don't be a bookie learning. Look for an holistic growth overall. I will not take much time on this slide, but just want to tell you, industry evolves very fast and computer industry evolves much faster, much faster. When I was doing engineering, my desktop RAM was 64 MB. MB, you guys not even heard of MB now, you guys talk in GBs now, and laptops have 16 GB of RAM. My desktop had 64 MB of RAM. If I go to my teachers, they will talk about mainframes, and they'll talk about a computer half of this conference room, of that size, that big, that has evolved into what you see the laptops and small sensor chips today. So industry has evolved significantly. Similarly, programming languages have evolved. Previously, there used to be a COBOL, you might not have heard, C, C++, Java, Python, and so on. What I'm trying to communicate is things will evolve, but fundamentals would still remain the same. If I know Java, if I know C, I know how to do programming. Tomorrow if there's a Python, tomorrow there's something new in the neuralistic programming, I can still use the similar concepts and implement that. So please make sure that you focus on your core concepts and programming. Industry has evolved, as I said, from mainframe to laptops, from COBOL to Python, and on and on. It's just going to go on. According to us, or according to me, what are the top trends, what you see in the IT industry? So as you evolve, as you learn more, these are some of the areas which are now emerging fast. So you guys can have a more focused approach in learning these areas. Whatever, not all, maybe pick one, but build the depth in that particular area. So very briefly, AI and machine learning. Of course, you all are talking about ChatGPT and whatnot. So we'll talk about that very briefly. Cloud computing, cybersecurity, it's very close to me. I'm in this industry for more than 22 years now, cybersecurity industry, and data analytics altogether. Let me talk about a couple of use cases which will help you understand what are we talking about. One thing, we IT engineers are not here only is a word, only to write programs. We are here to solve real world problems. Nobody is going to pay you, okay, you write a fantastic program and someone is going to pay you salary for that. No. Have you solved someone else's problem? That should be our motto. So, for example, AI and machine learning. Let's say you're predicting user behavior. Use cases, typically you log into your HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank portal from, let's say, Pune or Mumbai. One fine day, someone is trying to log in from South Africa. Is it correct or not? Maybe you have traveled, but more often maybe not. So AI is analyzing the user behavior, that you are typically logging from Mumbai or Pune, so it's going to not allow you log in from South Africa, for example. Help desk via bot, I can go on. Travel industry, very interesting. They really see during Diwali, during Christmas, during New Year, there's a peak of people traveling. So they automatically increase their fare. How? They find the user behavior patterns, and that's what AI and machine learning is getting into. Solving industry problems. Cloud computing, you all have seen cricket final, World Cup finals and all on Hotstar. During the finals, 4 crore people logged in on a particular or on that final day. 4 crore people were accessing, watching it live. Now, can you imagine the amount of servers which are required? Ultimately, it has to be hosted somewhere and processed. The amount of servers which are required for that one day. Now, if I take the case that typically on an average day, it is around 20 lakh people log in. Whereas a World Cup final, 4 crore people logged in. So how do you have a server which is like can support, let's say 20 to 50 lakhs, has to support 4 crore logins? That is how cloud computing comes into the picture. It solves that problem where increase in demand is automatically handled through elasticity by automatically assigning the resources. So very, very interesting use case there. Again, in the interest of time, I'll not go into all of them, but cyber security, you get, or many of you have received, or your father have received, can you share the OTP? Right? और कभी किसी अकाउंट से 4 लाख कट गए, कभी किसी अकाउंट से 75,000 कट गए. This is a very common phenomena. How do you secure that even after providing an OTP, your account is still remain active, or it's still money doesn't get deducted? Even if it gets deducted, the money gets credited back. So there is a lot of cyber forensics which happen, fraud analysis which happens, okay, from where the calls are coming, and then they try to manage that. So I'll take a very interesting example in cyber security. Allrig, and this has happened with me. I was implementing a solution for one of the customers who had oil rigs. So people used to go into those places, go deep inside. So they go via lifts. The person uses access. It was midnight almost. The person uses access. He went inside and then he couldn't come up because his access was revoked by the system. So see the impact what IT can do to the real world. Person नीचे गया है और ऊपर नहीं आ पा रहा है. From our side, it is just account active, inactive, but what impact it can happen. So please see how you can help. And last, data analytics. I don't know if you guys have heard of this phenomena, but this is very common. Data is the new oil. All these companies take data, analyze, and then they sell it. The example I gave you about shoes, the same is done by automobile industry, where they collect data and sell it to the tire industry. Facebook sells it to Amazon and whatnot, right? If you're not paying for something, you are the end user who is ending up and paying with your time. So data is a very interesting field. Lot of analytics is happening in this area, and it really helps a lot in bringing efficiency. So I'll go back to my first slide. Efficiency. Engineering is to deliver something in an efficient way, cost-effective way. You're saving cost here with limited resources, and that's how engine goes. I can go on. There are a lot of examples, but again, as I said, my next piece, I'm sure many of the parents have said this. बेटा बस 10th कर ले फिर लाइफ सेट है. बेटा बस 12th कर ले, इंजीनियरिंग में एडमिशन ले ले, फिर तेरे को कोई टेंशन नहीं. अब पेरेंट्स बोल रहे हैं बस तू कॉलेज कर ले अच्छे से, फिर जॉब लग गया तो लाइफ सेट है. आई एम श्योर पीपल हु आर एडल्ट हियर और मोर देन 20-30 years knows लाइफ कभी सेट नहीं होती है. ये पेरेंट्स छलावा है, पेरेंट्स घुमा रहे हैं. But I'll put this the same thing in a little other perspective. Every phase of life is important. Every phase. It's a big milestone that you have crossed your school, entered into a college. It's going to be interesting, fun, and learning both in these 4 years, I'm sure. Then the next milestone will be complete. You're going to start your career into jobs and so on and so on. So it's a continuous learning. Please have that mindset. Of course, you should enjoy this journey. हो गया engineering में admission, अब ठीक है. You should enjoy this journey, but have that mindset that I should be learning. I'm here to learn something, not to mug up something. And if you have that, I'm sure you'll have a lot of growth in your life. There's a very interesting book, even for us, we read. Because when we grow from, let's say, 5 years to 10 years, 10 to 15 years, we also become complacent in the industry. But the skills what we've learned from programming to dealing with people, then to become leader, every time you have to learn new skills. Every time. Even today, we also learn in the industry. So it's a continuous learning process. It's a lifelong education. It's not stopping that life maze hai. You acquire new knowledge, acquire new skills, and if you do that, there'll be definitely growth. We have seen people who they reach somewhere and then they become complacent, they become stagnant, and there's no growth after that. So if you have this mindset of continuous learning, I'm sure definitely you're going to get a lot of growth. This is my last slide from my side. Entrepreneurship. हर किसी को आज एक ऐप बनानी है, $multi-million एंटरप्राइज बना के खड़ा करना है और बेचना है. Is it easy? किस किस को एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना है? Come on, it's okay. It's okay to raise hand. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see more hands now. बाकी किसी को नहीं कर रहे हैं? Okay, do the job. Guys, entrepreneurship, I just want to add few lines there. It's a glorified word for business. Your parents have been doing business for many, many years. In Hindi, dhanda, या business, करते आ रहे हैं parents for many, many years. It's a little more advanced version of that. If you keep your fundamentals strong, what does entrepreneurship has? Maybe you should have a great idea. A great idea can be like UPI. Like you do Google Pay, you do Phone Pay. It's an amazing idea where you transfer money from this account to that account in fraction of seconds. Never heard few years back. Never heard few years back. Until today, and I've seen many, many countries' digital systems. The total number of transactions which happens in India using real-time transaction is more than US, UK, and China put together. Put together. US system has lot of advantages, but they still don't do real time like we do in fraction of seconds. So if you have a great idea, absolutely. But not many can come up with the great ideas, and that's also okay. If you have a good enough idea, if you can do it into faster, better, or cheaper, in this way, that is going to succeed. A Flipkart, for example, a Flipkart is an offshoot from Amazon. The guys who started, the Bansals who started Flipkart were working in US for Amazon. They took that idea, they came back to India, and they implemented it only for books. But they did it very fast. Fast in the sense, the delivery of the books used to happen in less than 24 or 48 hours. Better, they were able to see, you'll be able to see all the books at one place. Cheaper, there's no cost for delivery they were charging you guys. So if you have an idea which is not innovative, but still a good enough idea, and if you can do a faster, better, cheaper, that's also good. This statement is very important. Only thing which is greater than a great idea is its effective implementation. How effectively you can execute that idea is important. Same thing Snapdeal also did. Amazon, Flipkart, and then Snapdeal. I don't know if you guys know Snapdeal or not. They couldn't succeed that much. Execution is very important. The next part, once you have the idea, once you have everything, you really need a purpose and passion to start. ऐसा नहीं कि बस एक दिन उठे और आज तो मुझे कुछ नया करना है. It will not work that. You really need to have a passion, purpose, and then, as they say, perseverance. It's going to test your perseverance. It's going to test. There'll be ups and downs in your business. It's going to check, okay, do you fail, do you let go, or you still continue? It's very important. Perseverance is important. This bullet is very important. A Just app is not a business. We get a lot of internships at our side. We get a lot of freshers. And they're like, sir, I have this amazing idea. I am going to create an app for college hostels, because people doing engineering are not able to find the accommodation that easily. And this is going to be successful, scalable across India, and I'm going to be a millionaire very soon. सिर्फ ऐप से कोई बिजनेस सक्सेसफुल नहीं होता है. App is only one small part. So whoever has raised hands for entrepreneurship, you need to make sure that it is for profit, where you have technology as an app, a team, a strong team, process, how it works across, you have good sales and marketing and finance put together. Then only a business succeeds. When it scales, it becomes an entrepreneurship success story. So with this, I think I'm good from my side. That's about me. Been in the industry, I've set up few things from my side, and so on. I'll take a pause. Thank you for listening. I'll be happy if anybody has any questions, I can take that. Any quick questions? Anything is okay. No questions are wrong. And I know it's like first day for you, so I don't know if you'll be hesitating, but that's okay. Yes, please.
Throughout your career, like during your hard times, like when you get down, what really kept you motivated? Like that really helps us, if you can guide us.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a very great question. One thing which is not here in this slide, everybody talks about technology, everybody talks about skills, but not many people talks about emotional health. Not many people talk about, okay, there'll be days where you don't feel like going to office, but then still you have to continue. How would you make it happen? So I just want to share that perspective. Great question what he asked. What kept me going is my 3 words here. My purpose, that I definitely want to do something big in the IT industry, in the cybersecurity space, my passion, and perseverance. Keep going. One day you will succeed. Putting these things together has helped me continue, and of course, God's grace. Thank you. Okay, so if there are no more questions, thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye.
Sorry, I forgot something that I like to tell. Today, young people here are in the best period in last 1,000 years. India is in the best period of last 1,000 years. If you look at, I'm not only talking of GDP, but quality of life. I was in US 43 years back. I came back after doing a PhD 38 years back. All of you are from computers. I've used computer for last 47 years. Some of the parents would not be born with it, although I'm from physics. But today, India is the best place in the world. It's fast growing economically. We're right now 5th largest GDP wise. This you would see in the internet, you'll see this. By next 2-3 years, we'll be 3rd largest. Purchase power parity wise, we are the 3rd largest in the world. And if you see a speech I gave in London in October, it's there on YouTube. I said that I was expecting that by 2045 to 2050, roughly 100 years of India's independence, India would be 2nd largest, but then I changed my statement to India becoming the 1st largest economy in the world. And China, we used to think will be ahead of India. I'll just share one information with you. China was having huge foreign direct investment. I was in China just in April. In 2021, it was $350 billion investment in China, compared to India, which was maybe $40 billion. In 2 years, it has crashed. 2 years from 2021, $350 billion to 2023, $40 billion. What was in 93, 30 years ago, China's come down to that. A lot of factories are being closed. Job loss is there, all kind of things happen, and you can go to YouTube and see. India has become larger than China. I'm connected to global investors. India is going to have billions and billions of dollars coming in. So what you are going to see is best period of life, but nothing comes easy. You have to work hard. You have to keep learning new things. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring, motivating, and encouraging the students. Now I would like to introduce Dr. Biran Moeddin, Registrar, DYPIU International University. He is a multifaceted and a positive personality focused on creating progressive and collaborative professional environments. He comes with a rich work experience of 30 years in dynamic multicultural environment in different countries like Oman, Dubai, and Africa. I also invite sir for vote of thanks.
Very good evening to all. Dear and respected delegates on the dais and off the dais, proud parents of newly admitted students, my dear students, my dear colleagues, it is my privilege to say vote of thanks for you all for the better and best day of so many students' life. Today's chief guest, Mr. Ratnesh Dangi, a computer scientist, became an entrepreneur, and he made a good basic foundation of the computer science. For those who are studying computer science, what we have to do, what we have to focus, and how to go ahead, and where exactly we have to pitch. So thank you, sir, for agreeing us to be the chief guest today and delivering wonderful talk. Thank you. I'll fail in my duty if I don't mention 3 names. One is our beloved founder, Dr. DYPIU Dada Saheb, our beloved Chancellor, Dr. Sanjay Patil sir, and our beloved chairman, Mr. Satyaj Patil sir, for their hard work we are enjoying today. So this all, in their absence, I thank and I remember them for their contribution. And let me thank our beloved governing body member and trustee, Mr. Tejas Patil sir for giving us right guidance and making his presence today. Thank you, sir. Our beloved leader and founder, Vice Chancellor, Professor Prabhat Ranjan sir, is a source of inspiration for every activity we do in this campus, especially DYPIU International University. Thank you, sir. Proud parents who trusted our brand, DYPIU Legacy, thank you for choosing our institution for your awards. Thank you, one and all. And our new family members, and today's instruction is our new students. Please join with us. We will make you a good, civilized citizens of tomorrow. And thank you for choosing our institution. Thank you, one and all. Our dear Pro-Vice Chancellor, Deans, Directors, HODs, all friends from sister institutions, non-teaching staff, technical and supporting staff, and all colleagues from Pratishthan, Admiral Amit Vikram sir and his team for supporting us for various activities what we do in this campus. Thank you in their absence also. Thank you one and all. At the end, I thank each and everyone who has contributed for directly or indirectly for the grand success of this event. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
Now I request Professor Manvardhan sir to initiate the national anthem, and also I request everyone to please raise for national anthem and sing along.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you everyone.